After blasting through the resistance support band at $15, gapping higher, price has been range bound for the past month. So is the rally over? Let's get into this article from the Motley Fool. Will Tesla's price cuts kill Rivian's rally? So as you know, Tesla started lowering their prices on their models throughout the first half of the year, cutting prices roughly 4 to 6 times depending on the particular model. That struck a chord within the EV industry. Must note that Tesla would push for higher volumes with lower prices rather than lower volumes at higher margins. And with that, the price war essentially began, putting pressure on EV startups already feeling the heat in an expensive and young industry. Tesla kicked off its price cuts to spur sales back in January before tweaking the prices up and down more than a half dozen times in the following months. Despite Tesla's price cuts, Rivian maintained it would not join the price war as it had a healthy backlog of orders. Further, Rivian's R1T truck and R1S SUV aren't exactly competing in the same vehicle segment as Tesla cars. So that's good for Rivian. If a consumer wants an electric truck or SUV, it might matter less to them than Tesla vehicles are receiving price cuts. In fact, after working through its manufacturing line adjustments to relieve production bottlenecks, Rivian's output surged and topped estimates for the second quarter. And as you can see from this chart, you had deliveries picking up, production picking up due to manufacturing efficiencies. However, Rivian is not out of danger. Its biggest competitor is probably Ford right now. And a couple of weeks ago, Ford said it was starting to lower its prices on its F-150 Lightning just due to a lack of demand. One of the largest threats to Rivian right now could be Ford Motors' F-150 Lightning electric truck. While Rivian's R1T outsold the rival truck through the first half of 2023, Ford announced this week it would cut prices between $6,000 and nearly $10,000 depending on the trim. Ford's cheapest F-150 Lightning trim will now start at just under $52,000, and while that's still 25% more expensive than the initial launch price in April 2022, it is still far below Rivian's R1T starting price of roughly $72,000. So in this case, it's all about economies of scale. Ford has a rich plethora of manufacturing facilities to make these trucks. Rivian, I believe, has 1 or 2 outfits in the U.S. to make their vehicles. Rivian's rally should have room to run, and the company has a lot going for it, with vehicle quality awards and a pile of cash to ensure the company has plenty of time to ramp up production. But long-term investors would be wise to keep an eye on EV truck price cuts and new entrants to the segments Rivian focuses on. All right, so going back to the weekly chart, my honest opinion, price is just taking a pause from the rally, which saw price double or go up 100% from the lows. So if we put a little box around here, price is really just waiting until earnings, which I believe is coming up. Wall Street's analysts have a $40 target. As and if price continues to move higher, you will run into some headwinds in the $34 level. This pause is actually healthy. You don't want to see something just go straight up, because that means that it can go straight down as well. In this case, you have buyers and sellers just establishing what's fair price. Now, if we go down to the daily chart, what you can see, we got earnings coming up on the 8th. That's going to be a market mover for Rivian. The last earnings, we had a gap up just to sell off for the day. Prior to that, we had a gap down and it sold off the rest of the day. And then prior to that, we had a gap down and a sell off. So we had the last three earnings, we had a gap down, or price was lower after earnings. So putting probabilities in your favor, you're probably going to get a sell off. But if you believe in Rivian longer term, use that sell off to go long. Again, the initial target being $40. Thanks for watching. Subscribe. Please like the video.